Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm going to be reviewing the Marvel Legends Marvel Thor Deluxe Ulik. As I said in the Baron Zemo review, I went up to town and in Forbidden Planet and I brought this along with Zemo. Make sure you watch my Webman review and my Baron Zemo review, links in the description below, and let's get started. So first off, it says Legends series, and it's got the Thor logo, or Mjolnir over there. It says Marvel, Thor, Ulik, Black Hasbro symbol, warnings, blah blah blah. There's the side art of him. Now I wish we did get that head sculpt, that more beastly head sculpt, kind of like what we got with the Great Beast figure. Marvel Legends series Ulik, the strongest and fiercest of all trolls. Ulik the Troll King is strong and stubborn as a stone of Asgard. I really like the background for this. It's like the Thor or Mjolnir, and then it's got like electric thunder coming out of it. Really cool. So far I'm liking this figure. He's really big, really beefy, and I like the paint abs. He does obviously have stiff articulation, but again, this guy is a deluxe figure. Here are Ulik's accessories. We get 2 pairs of hands and we get one sort of mace thing, but let's get into it. So first up we get these hands. I really like these, especially that he's got knuckle brasses. They are my favourite melee weapon and I love that he comes with them. But they do, this is not like anything big, but they feel kind of small. And I like the sculpting is done really well, and the paint abs, like you can just see they sculpted those lines in there. It's really well done. And then you've got these weapon holding hands. They look really nice as well. Really like that. And then this one's slightly different. This is more like an open out grabbing hand, weapon holding hand, and a fist hand. Then we get this sort of mace hammer axe thing. Mace hammer axe. I'm just going to call it a mace hammer axe. So this mace hammer axe is really cool. Again, I don't know if that's there on purpose, but it looks quite cool. It adds like a texturing effect, and you can see like on some of this is definitely not there on purpose, but some of it definitely is to give it a texturing, and it feels really nice. And it definitely looks like it's maybe not enchanted Uru, but it definitely is Uru, and these accessories are really cool. Here is Ulik's first head, and this is kind of like a mean hee I've done something wrong head sculpt, and I do really like it. The fangs and teeth are sculpted on there really well. The hair is amazing. Obviously this is not painted, but the hair is really nice, and the texture is really good, and the ears are really good sculpt. And just that face, that is so like mean. The only thing is I've got a bit of like a paint thing there. Other than that, this is a really good head sculpt. Here is the alternate head sculpt, which is more of like a raw head sculpt. And the mouth is open and you can see the tongue. And I actually prefer this head sculpt. I think that the paint is better, and so is the sculpting. And the hair is really nice. If I get the other one, you can kind of see the difference in the hair. You can see that on this one it's more down, but in this he's like in a jumping, bent back motion. And you can see like I prefer this head sculpt. It looks meaner, it looks nastier. First off, I'd like to mention this neck piece here, and this is really cool. I don't know what it is, but it reminds me of Black Panther's necklace. And it's quite spiky, and it's got whatever that emblem is, maybe of the trolls or something. Maybe that's kind of like how the Black Panther gets that necklace, and like the King of Trolls gets that. I'm not sure. I literally only heard of this guy from like one episode in the Avengers Assemble cartoon. But anyways, moving on, we can see that these fur pieces are separate. They're kind of like shoulder pads, so be careful not to get them off, because I had Agent Anti-Venom, I have him, and I accidentally bent the shoulder pad back, so just be careful with the shoulder pads. The paint abs on this figure are really nice, and it's like a fading, whitewashy sort of thing. And all of the warts are individually sculpted on there. You can see like the cracks in his skin. Really cool. And there's definitely a lot of marbling going on here. See, it's silver paint, there's going to be marbling, but it's really cool. I like that these bits are like sorted out, and it looks like a proper armor. And I really like this, like this jade green color is really nice. Really love that. and this is really cool. I guess that's like the logo of Trolls or something. That kind of reminds me of the Mandalorian logo of Mando. You know, that like skull thing. That kind of reminds me of that, like upside down. But anyways, moving on. The silvering is really good, and there's loads of like battle damage lines. It's all one piece as well. It's all one piece, and it's really cool. And then the legs are basically the same as the arms, and the back we get a better look at that jade green color, which is really nice. And then this color here is kind of like emerald. I really like the colors in this, especially that jade green. It's time for articulation. Now, obviously, because of this hair, his head's not going to go up that far. So it doesn't go up that far. It doesn't go down that far either. Side to side. No forward and back. I'm not even going to try. Shoulders, again, this shoulder piece hinders it. But you can see there's no gap there. So it's not even being hindered. In that far, up that far. Again, this piece hinders. Then he's got very stiff swivel there. He's got single jointed elbows like that. And he's got, you know, hand articulation there. Ab crunch forward, not that far back. There's pretty much no back motion. The bicep swivel, though, is really good, really loose. So he's like really easy to turn. Legs kick forward that far. This pants piece here hinders it. Back, again, not very far. They do move out a fairly decent amount for a deluxe figure, and he's got no swivel there. Well, sorry, he's got some swivel there. He's got single jointed knees. Yeah, those are definitely single jointed. And then he's got some ankle articulation. I wish we had toe articulation. Because toe articulation would be really good on this guy. But the upcoming Spider-Man figure does. I'm so excited. I like this figure, but again, with every other deluxe figure, they're really hefty and bulky, which significantly limits their articulation. And again, I understand it's a bigger figure, bigger mold. They need to have less articulation. I understand that. Another thing is again, the head hingers, all of it. The head sculpt hinders the articulation. This piece here hinders the articulation. And again, just very limited range. But the bicep swivel is really loose. And, you know, when you're swiveling the arms and the legs, they are really stiff. But articulation aside, it's a good figure. It comes with a good amount of accessories. It comes with a really cool weapon. And I really love this jade green colour. And there's a lot of marbling on this figure as well. But for example, over here, there's a lot of marbling. But generally speaking, this is a good figure. And for the price of £36.99, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. I think this is a very decent figure. And I do recommend buying it. And if you're looking online, Star Action Figures is the best place. If you're looking in store, Forbidden Planet, if you want to schlap all the way to town. And I will see you in the next video. If you were wondering where the bloopers are, I'm the informant who was supposed to tell you that there are no bloopers. Goodbye.